Hey y'all, here we are again back on the 4108 Alpha, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I am going to do kind of a review on this silicone top coat from Countryman Coatings. I'm not paid by this at all. Actually, I bought this, I think, off of Amazon probably about a year ago. But I have been speaking with Kirk, who's their rep for the silicone top coat, and he's kind of giving me some information as to how to apply it, what I need to do, how I need to clean it up. And so I thought, well, okay, I'm going to do it, and I'll just do a little review on this thing and see exactly how it works. I'm just going to do a small area around the vent, the fan, the fantastic fan that was in the front of the bus that was basically junk. I'm not saying it was junk from the start because it's probably been in there since 1999. But anyway, it was junk, it didn't work, so I took it off, threw it away, and, well, landed in about 50 pieces down at the bottom of the bus when I knocked it off or threw it off. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the can, see what kind of consistency it has. I'm going to use just a bit, and I'm going to apply this part with a brush. Because again, I'm just going around that 14-inch square opening for that fan right now. And first of all, I'm going to go up with some acetone, clean off the area around it, and then go ahead and brush it on. Open it up, of course. It has that little funny Ziploc thing on it, but I'm going to open it up. Pour a little bit into a cup, enough to go around there, and just spread it on with the brush. But again, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to test this thing out and see if it really works or not. Hey, Kirk, here you go. Well, y'all, next, I'm going to take some acetone, and I'm going to wipe down the area. Kurt didn't say I needed to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Don't know if a lot of you know it, but we owned a body shop out in Los Angeles years ago, and I know how important it is for the area to be clean before you paint something. So I'm going to do that now. Take this over here, and get the acetone out, and just clean it up real good. Okay, that should do it for that. And didn't realize that the acetone would be strong enough to take the primer loose a little bit, but it did. That's not going to be a big deal. So now I'm going to take the old trusty brush and some of this paint and see what happens. I mean, it's silicone paint, and I didn't realize how viscous, how thin it really is. I stirred it up pretty good, as you saw, but it is really a thin paint. But we're going to see how it works. Kind of looks like it needs to be stirred a lot more than what it is, because this looks really, really thin, and I don't see a lot of depth to it, if you know what I mean. It's interesting. I don't see how that's going to reflect any paint or any heat, any light off of here. But I will just put a little bit more on. see if maybe I'm just not getting it on thick enough. Nice little Mustang just went by. Yeah, it's almost translucent. Amazing. Anyway, I'm going to put that on, let that dry, and then come back later and see what it looks like. Maybe that's what it's supposed to do here. But it is really, really thin. But maybe I'll have to take it over to one of the box stores and see if I can get one of my friends over there to shake it up for me. Shake, not stirred, or however that goes, and see what happens there. I'll also go over some of these rivets as long as I'm here that I've got this taken care of here. See what happens here. See how it gets into the rivet holes, or the rivets areas around the rivet. This entire area that's in red right here, I don't know if you can see that. Do this entire patch right here. It's all sanded down really nicely. Clean, ready to go. So why not? Let's just see what happens when I do a big patch of it here with this brush. Again, they said that you can brush it on, roll it on, or spray it. That makes sense now that I see how viscous this is, how thick it is. You can spray this really easily. But I'm just going to do a little test panel right here, I guess would be the right way to put it. See what happens. I'm going to continue to stir it as I go. Actually, looks like I'm speeding it up a little bit. getting more and less opaque, I should say, as we go here. Probably should have read the directions, huh? It definitely is smoothing itself out, and it definitely is running. If you look over at this other side over here, it's running down there pretty good, which is not really what I wanted to see happen, but again, not knowing the product at all, and with the viscosity of this, I got way too much paint in this little can here, but just gonna see what happens now, because you take everything back down, wash this brush out, and we'll go from there. Okay, here it is after having not even dried. It's just a few minutes. Yeah, it is getting more and more and more less opaque, getting darker white or thicker white or whatever you want to call it there. Just to see if I can keep the leaves out of it up here while it does dry. You see one got it right there. I don't know if I can lean clear over there and get the other one out of there or not, but that could be kind of a little challenge with this because it is getting to be fall, so leaves are going to start falling. I guess that's why they call it fall. Anyway, that's what it looks like, and I think if I stirred it up a whole lot more, it might come out a lot whiter. But I kind of like what it's doing right now so far. And it is definitely silicone. It gets on your hands and it doesn't really turn white, it just gets silicone-y. It's kind of neat. But I may take it over to the box store and see if I can have somebody shake it for me.